Santa Monica looks perfect in photos, but what if I told you the real story is very different? People dream about this place like it's a beach paradise, a clean, sunny escape straight out of a postcard. But the truth? It's not what most tourists think. Today, we're pulling back the curtain and exposing the 10 big realities about Santa Monica that influencers avoid. Travel guides skip, and first-time visitors never see coming. Truth 1. The unbearable cost of paradise tax. Let's start with the one thing that defines this city for every local: the cost. Santa Monica isn't just expensive, it's an economic fortress. This city is pulling a 112% higher cost of living than the national average. To live here, you're not paying for just the home, you're paying a massive paradise tax. Housing is astronomical. We're talking median home prices around $1.7 million. Even a simple one-bedroom apartment in a decent area is easily $3,000 to $4,000 a month. To comfortably afford to rent here, you essentially need a six-figure salary. The exclusivity bubble. This cost creates an undeniable bubble. It pushes out the artists, the working class, the long-time local families, the very people who often give a city its genuine flavor. Santa Monica is increasingly becoming a city for the ultra-wealthy, the tech industry, and people passing through, making it feel less like a community and more like a carefully manicured resort town. The hidden fees. Parking is notoriously brutal and expensive. Gas is consistently higher. Even a simple dinner out runs you closer to $25 per person. Every simple transaction here has a premium attached to it, and that's a constant grind for anyone living within the city limits. Truth 2, the tourism gridlock and the pier trap. Santa Monica runs on tourism, but for anyone who lives here, that tourism is the primary roadblock to daily life. The pier and the 3rd Street Promenade are the big draws, right? But they also create a constant, year-round logjam. The weekend swarm. On any given sunny day, the promenade and the pier turn into a full-blown theme park. It's shoulder-to-shoulder people, making a quick shopping trip feel like wading through a river. You go to the beach path to exercise? You're weaving in and out of a million rental bikes and sightseers. Traffic is the real roller coaster. Forget driving on the 10 freeway into Santa Monica on a Friday afternoon. It's a complete nightmare. Even surface streets like Ocean Avenue and Lincoln Boulevard are constant gridlock. The entire city is designed to handle millions of visitors a year, and that infrastructure strain means that commuting for a resident is a stressful, time-consuming mess. The pier is the tourist trap. Locals rarely go to the pier. Why? It's overpriced, crowded, and honestly, a bit run down compared to the rest of the city. It's a great photo op, but the actual fun is limited. Most locals stick to the less busy beaches south of Ocean Park or the northern Palisades Bluffs. Truth 3. Public safety, homelessness, and the Great Divide. This is the one that gets talked about the least on travel shows, but is the most immediate, difficult truth about the city. Santa Monica has a highly visible, severe homelessness and public safety issue, particularly in the downtown areas. A regional crisis on display, due to its proximity to the metro line, its mild weather, and its high concentration of social services. Santa Monica is a focal point for LA County's homelessness crisis. You will see unhoused individuals and encampments, especially along the beach paths, Palisades Park, and around the downtown retail areas. The security concerns. While violent crime rates have been improving in some serious categories, there's been a visible uptick in shoplifting, petty theft, and calls for service related to disturbances and mental health crises. The city has invested heavily in increasing police patrols and expanding outreach teams. But for many residents, there's a heightened sense of caution, particularly after dark, around the promenade and the metro station. A city working to fix it. To be fair, the city is aggressively addressing this. It's a huge part of the local political conversation. They're investing in housing, expanding shelters, and putting more mental health professionals on the streets. But for the person visiting or living here right now, this is a daily reality that cuts through the glamorous image. Truth 4, the coastal climate con, May gray and June gloom. Look, it's California, so we brag about the sun. But the coastal truth is, Santa Monica spends a significant portion of its spring and early summer under a thick, miserable cloud layer. The June gloom is real. We have specific names for this phenomena: May gray, June gloom, and sometimes even Fogust. During these months, the sun won't burn through until noon, sometimes 2 p.m., and occasionally not at all. You can drive 10 minutes inland to Brentwood or Beverly Hills, and it's a perfect 80 degrees and sunny, while Santa Monica is stuck under a cool gray marine layer. It's colder than you think. The ocean breeze keeps the beach 5 to 10 degrees cooler than just a few miles inland year-round. Tourists often show up in beachwear in May, only to realize they need a jacket. That's the real Santa Monica climate. It's gorgeous, but often requires a hoodie until the afternoon. Truth 5, the tech takeover, Silicon Beach. Santa Monica used to be this laid-back, creative, artsy beach town. It's not anymore. It is now the heart of what we call Silicon Beach, and that changes everything. The vibe shift: large companies like Google, Snap, and dozens of startups have moved in, primarily around the area stretching from Ocean Park to the Bergamot station. The gentrification accelerator: this influx of high-paid tech workers directly contributes to the astronomical housing prices we talked about. It completely changes the local economy, driving out smaller businesses and replacing them with boutique coffee shops and high-end services catered to a very specific demographic. The midday rush: instead of just surfers and artists, the streets are filled with people in $300 sneakers and company-branded hoodies, walking to $8 lunch spots. The energy shifted from coastal chill to corporate hustle. Truth 6, the nanny state reputation. Santa Monica has earned a reputation among locals and business owners for being overly bureaucratic and perhaps a bit of a nanny state when it comes to local laws and regulations. Restrictive business rules. The city is known for having some pretty strict zoning, permitting, and regulatory hurdles, which can be tough on small, independent businesses trying to set up shop. This often favors national chains that have the resources to navigate the red tape. The smoking ban. Santa Monica was one of the first cities in the country to implement incredibly comprehensive outdoor smoking bans, including on the beach, in parks, and on the pier. While this is great for air quality, it's an example of the city's approach to heavy regulation. Focus on the environment, almost too much. They are super progressive on environmental laws, which is fantastic. But sometimes the regulations feel less about practical governance and more about setting a national example, which can lead to higher operational costs for everyone. Truth 7, the overrated dining scene. If you're looking for genuinely innovative or affordable food, Santa Monica can often disappoint, especially given the prices. The C&B scene tax. Many of the high-profile restaurants, especially near the beach and Main Street, prioritize atmosphere, celebrity sightings, and location over truly inventive cuisine. You pay a premium for the view and the chance to say you ate there, not necessarily for the food itself. Lack of hidden gems, unlike surrounding areas of LA that thrive on diverse, family-run joints. Santa Monica's commercial rent is so high that true, affordable, hole-in-the-wall gems struggle to survive. The culinary landscape is dominated by expensive chains or predictable high-end spots. Truth 8, the unpredictable beach quality. You come to Santa Monica for the beach, but the water quality is consistently a point of concern. The A-list, F-list problem. The environmental group Hilda Bay regularly issues report cards on LA County beaches. The beaches immediately around the Santa Monica Pier are often on the F-list for water contamination, especially after rain, due to runoff and the storm drains emptying nearby. The pollution hotspot. While the northern and southern beaches away from the pier are generally cleaner, the pier area itself is notorious. Tourists often swim right by the sewage discharge area, completely unaware that they're in one of the most consistently polluted swimming spots in Southern California. Truth 9, the ineffective mass transit bubble. Santa Monica has the Expo line, which connects to downtown LA, and that's a huge step. But once you're in Santa Monica, the local transit is still disconnected and underutilized. The final mile gap. The city's internal bus system, Big Blue Bus, is decent. But for a city that champions green transit, it still feels heavily car dependent. Most residents and visitors still rely on Ubers, scooters, or cars for that last mile, because the city is spread out and parking is scarce everywhere. The bike lane battle. While they have invested in great bike infrastructure, the reality is that the bike lanes are often congested with scooters, pedestrians, and sometimes even temporary encampments, making cycling less efficient and sometimes less safe than intended. In Truth 10, the death of independent culture. The original spirit of Santa Monica, the bohemian, slightly grungy surf and skate culture that defined it in the 70s and 80s, is almost entirely gone. Loss of local landmarks. Many classic, beloved local institutions, restaurants, bars, independent movie theaters, and music venues have been forced to close due to massive rent hikes, replaced by banks, corporate retail, and luxury retail stores. Overpolished feel. The whole city feels increasingly curated and sterilized. It's lost that authentic, organic edge that made it cool in the first place. You can find more authentic, local culture and genuinely unique spots in neighboring areas like Venice or Mar Vista now than you can in the heart of Santa Monica. There you have it, 10 undeniable truths about Santa Monica. It's still one of the most recognizable places on the planet, but it's a city of high prices, corporate takeovers, and constant complexity. It's beautiful, but it's far from perfect. It's an iconic city, but the real experience is a whole lot different from the brochure. It's the real LA story. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the latest video.